I'm busy.
My good. Okay. What is going on? All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. This is Brandon coming to you with another reaction video to Ned's Declassified. This one is called Friends Moving, and yeah, friends do sometimes move. I see in this random still frame, it looks like Gordy dressed as Krubs, which I don't know why he's dressed as Krubs. I can't wait to see why. It makes me think this is going to be a pretty funny episode, but there's only one way to find out. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, as always, please click the button below to become one and like the video if you like what you see. But let's get into the episode.
Previously on Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Okay. What in the world?
So that's why I now carry this.
You're gonna carry a pillow around school.
It's a school survival cushion protector.
No, you wouldn't do that. And I've never seen where they kind of give a summary of the previous episode, which, yeah, I do remember that in the hallways episode where Ned was a hall monitor, but he's now going to carry a pillow around. I've never seen that. I mean, you would just take the advice given in the previous episode by finding another route or just trying to stay out of people's way. You wouldn't carry a pillow around. That's not going to work very well.
In other news, I'm great. Famon's English is getting so good, he's speaking in full sentences.
Jennifer, I'm moving back to Brazil.
Oh no.
See? What?
I was wondering why Ned moved like that. He pulled a principal pal. This is what they ought to always do for him. Famon says he's moving back to Brazil, which, yeah, friends moving. That's what the episode is called. And yeah, that's going to be pretty tough for Mose. Friends moving.
Why does Famon have to move?
If you have a friend who moved
man.
away, remember, talk is cheap, especially after 8. And with today's web communication, staying close touch.
All right, so today's web communication. You see what today's web communication is like, which I guess in those days, I think you may have had Skype in the early days and maybe something else. But now, I mean, this is no issue with the state of technology and social media. You didn't quite have this when this show was produced. It was a much earlier form of it. But yeah, definitely you can still keep in touch if you have a friend who moves away for sure.
With IMing, text messages, and webcams.
It'll be
I
like
am.
Famon never moved.
Oh man.
Or, Pillow Boy, we could figure out a way to get Famon to stay.
Talk to Famon and find out why he's moving. That's the first step.
Okay.
Hey, Big B, nice pillow.
What in the world?
Cushion protector.
Here! Give it back!
What? What is this? He's like this angry tone here, and now give it back, forcing him to give her a present. It's kind of weird.
Friendship rings! For me!
What? He's like, what just happened? He's like, here, give it back. What? This is so weird.
Shouldn't have!
I didn't.
Yeah, he
But I
didn't.
can't go out with you. I'd love to, but I can't.
Why not?
Oh,
Because I'm moving to Hawaii. Dad got a job running a coconut factory. I
What?
begged him not to move, but
okay, this is like a string of lies. He needs to stop. I have seen Cookie do this before, particularly with Vanessa, if you remember that, about lying about being in the 8th grade and lying about a bunch of other stuff that she eventually found out about, and not to mention pushing her grandmother down the stairs, but that I guess wasn't lying. But now he's lying to her about his dad getting a job in Hawaii. He needs to just stop.
it's a good job, you know, working with coconuts. It's just too far a distance for us to be more than friends.
What?
I'm sorry.
What? All right, I guess this pillow is working out in a way, but not in the way that he kind of intended. And by the way, in the last scene, you saw how angry she was. How angry is she going to be when she finds out the truth? I'm a little scared for Cookie here, but now we've got Susie here coming out of the restroom. What's going to happen here?
Hey, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Is she going to move
I
too?
know. Who wants to date a guy who's carrying around a cushion protector? But the tests are going well.
Right, pillow.
Cushion protector.
What?
But did you hear that Famon's moving? Moses is losing it. But who could blame her, right? And
Oh, boy.
You wanted to say something?
Just that I'm really glad we're going out.
Oh no, so she knows here that this is going to affect him, which maybe she's not moving. Maybe this is another one of the tricks that the show typically does, making you think one thing and then really it's something else. But she may be moving, she may not be. I guess we'll just have to keep watching to find out.
I have no idea why parents send me back to Brazil. They come here 11 o'clock to talk to clubs, to take me out to school. I don't want to move, but what can I do?
There's a meeting today with Krubs at 11.
Oh boy.
Let me get back to you on that.
Oh no, 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 no. So if he is withdrawing from school, the parents would go and they would sign a withdrawal form. Typically, that is what would happen. And having a meeting with Krubs, yeah, if there's anything really to be finished up or some other issue that they need to talk about having to do with his withdrawal, then yeah, sure. But Mo's going to that meeting and somehow trying to mess it up. And now I see, it just hit me. So Gordy was dressed as Krubs. So they're going to get him to impersonate Krubs to foil this meeting. There are probably going to be some potential firings and suspensions here, but let's just see what happens first.
Famon's parents have a meeting with Krubs at 11. We gotta find out what's going on in that meeting.
Right, because it could hold the key to keeping Famon at bulk.
Okay. And this is a really bad idea. If his parents want him to return to Brazil, nothing they can really do or say is probably going to change that, but let's keep going.
Simon, I heard you're moving.
What? Oh, right. Oh. Well, I mean...
Okay, so he's finding out he can't just say this to Evelyn without others finding out about it, including Lisa here. He needs to just come clean. He needs to just tell Evelyn, like, hey, I don't really want to be friends. Although Evelyn is sort of prone to anger here, he needs to just tell the truth.
The move could take a while. I mean, with the house not selling and all.
Well, we have to spend a whole day together before you leave.
So tomorrow. I'm moving tomorrow, so we should spend that day today.
Okay, and what happens tomorrow when he shows up at school? That's not going to work out so well. What? What is
pillow.
this?
Nice hat.
Touche. What do you want?
I have some very secret information you might be interested
Oh
in.
no, oh no. This might be trouble for Ned because he's going to say something, a lie, to lure Krubs away so that Gordy can take his place at this meeting. This is not good. I don't feel good about this at all. I have a feeling I'm about to dole out some potential suspensions and firings, but let's keep going.
But I need some information first. Why are Famon's parents taking him out of school?
Forget
Can't
it.
share
My
that.
meeting with Famon's parents is confidential.
Yeah, I was about to say, Krubs cannot reveal that. That is sensitive information. If he told Ned, that would be a potential firing for him, but obviously he's doing the right thing here.
I know things about this school. I hear things. I write them down. You know you want to know. So let me know what I want to know. I'll let you know.
He's
You know?
bluffing.
You're bluffing.
Yeah. You know, Krubs did not get the best rating on the tier list, but sometimes he has his good moments. He's doing pretty well here.
I guess you'll find that out. But by that time, it'll be too late.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Famon's flunking out of all of his classes.
Potential firing. Oh, my goodness. He was doing so good, you know? He was doing so well, and now he just blows it. Oh, man. Krubs, you were doing so good. He tells Ned that Famon is failing his classes. That is a huge no-no, and he could definitely be fired for that, or at least receive some sort of other discipline. So grades are part of a student's academic record and cannot be shared. That is a huge no-no. But let's keep going.
Parents say he's not eating, seems in a fog, and they're concerned he hasn't brought any friends over to meet them. Now your information. Now!
What's he gonna say?
Today at lunch, there's gonna be pie.
Oh boy.
So Famon's parents think he's depressed and has no friends, and that's why his grades are poop.
Exactly. So all we have to do is convince them things aren't so bad, and they let him stay.
Okay. So I'm wondering, is she moving or is she really not? And the show is just making it seem like she is. The show does tend to do this sometimes with certain things. I'm guessing maybe it's something else. Like, I'm thinking of the time that Susie was going away with her dad who works out of town, but Ned thought that it was someone else or something like that. So I'm guessing it's a similar situation here, but I guess we'll have to keep watching to find out.
She hates the cushion protector.
Pillow.
Maybe I should get rid of it.
Nope. Oh, that's gross.
Second thought.
That's so gross. Ugh. So weird. This is so weird and over the top, and I'm guessing this is real because sometimes stuff like this happens and it's someone's imagination. This is just so weird. If I were one of these actors, I would feel so silly doing this. Oh boy.
Cookie, I got you a going away gift.
Oh no, oh no. So people are gonna get him going away gifts and then he's not going to leave. I would be pretty upset with him for just straight up lying and then I got you a gift based on your lie. This is not gonna go well for Cookie either here.
We're gonna miss you.
Here's my phone number. We could talk for hours. After 8, of course. We'll be fine. Weird, huh? Guys,
What?
you really don't have to do this. It's not necessary. Believe me.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, let's skip math today and have big Hawaiian send-off party
Oh, no.
for Simon.
But if you insist.
Oh no. Okay. So many times in this series, I just want to say, just don't lie. Like some of these characters, particularly Ned and Cookie, tend to just straight up lie to people and it always goes really badly for them, but they just persist. And Cookie here is going to have a rude awakening the next day when he doesn't move. He can't just come back and say, oh, just kidding. You know, that's not going to sit very well with all of these people. Okay.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Papa.
Famous
man.
parents.
Dude! Hey, Famon. You rock!
Seth. Just the way he expresses himself. He's one of my favorite characters on the show, even though he's not like a major character. You can't help but laugh at that. And so now, are they going to think, oh yeah, he's got plenty of friends? I'm wondering how this is going to go.
Hi, Famon.
What?
When did you get so many friends?
In the last 2 minutes? That's when he did. Oh man. I wonder if it's going to work. Maybe it'll work and they'll leave him there.
Go.
He's got
Give
him
him a big
lined
hug.
up.
Nice smile and a big high five.
What?
Okay, Famon's officially popular.
And would they not look over and see this line of people? And she says on this little radio, like, okay, he's officially popular. What is going on?
Take it away.
Copy that. Okay, what are we doing?
Okay.
Krubs, that's you, is gonna convince Famon.
All right. If he does this, that's a potential firing for sure. Let's see.
His parents let him stay here. Oh,
Right! But how are you gonna get Krubs out of his office?
Okay, dude, we gotta talk about this pillow thing. Because really,
What's he gonna do?
I'm busy.
My good. Okay. What is going on? So we've got one potential suspension for Ned. That would get him suspended. I mean, it just would. And Gordy here impersonating Mr. Krubs in front of parents, that's a firing. That is an absolute firing. Because not only is he impersonating him, I mean, that would be one thing. That alone would probably get him fired. But actually influencing parents, impersonating an administrator when he's a custodian, that's a firing like right then. But let's keep going. And by the way, I mentioned this on the iCarly episode, I Must Have Locker 239 or whatever it was, that you don't have lockers of that size. You see how they open two at once? You just simply don't have that. I've only seen something close to that in like athletic locker rooms, but they don't open like that, and you would have like the divider. Like Ned would not be able to do that, but I guess it wouldn't be as funny if he couldn't.
He went that way. He's lost his mind. He said he was running all the way to New York City.
What? Come on. What?
Evelyn gave me a ring, so I said I was moving. Then Lisa said, so I say move tomorrow. We dance. Did many gifts come? Now they throw a big going away party for me, but I'm not really moving.
Yeah.
Why did you let it get this far?
Yeah, that's my question. Why did you let it get this far? It's so weird.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking you tell me how to get out of it. How do I get out of it?
Just tell them your dad decided not to take the job and you're staying. But do it before the party starts, so no feelings get hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
Even still, that still wouldn't be good, but I guess it would be better than having the party and then waiting till the next day and then showing up and saying that, because they're just going to think, oh, he was just lying the whole time. And he's still lying because none of this is true, but I guess it's better than doing it, you know, after they've given him all these gifts here.
Is there anything you want to say to class before party starts?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's dance!
Oh, all of this talk about Famon doing
So
poorly
bad.
is just so much gibbery. Famon's smart. Kids love Famon. Famon!
What? This is so crazy. And I love the mom's look on her face. Like, this guy is crazy, is what that looks like. This guy is out of his mind, which no administrator would behave like this and just say his name 3 times, and that's supposed to mean something. But let's see what happens here.
You think he should stay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not just a vice principal. I'm a doctor.
What? I did not expect him to go there. That's another potential firing, and I believe that's a crime to impersonate a physician. I did not expect him to say that. Let's keep going.
I think if you take Famon back to Brazil too soon, it could be bad for his health. He could get rickets.
No.
Well, in this case, I think he should stay.
Yes.
Good choice. Famon staying is a good choice.
Famon will stay. We appreciate your honesty. You are one of a kind.
Here we go. Here we go. And I was just sort of blown away by the doctor part. I'm a doctor is what he said. And he implied that if he goes back to Brazil, he will get a disease. That's really bad. But now Krubbs has found him out. And in real life, I mean, he would be fired. He would just be fired right then. Get out of the building. We don't want to see you again. But let's see what Krubbs does here. Uh-oh.
Well, this should be fun.
Right, because
Runs away. And this sounds oddly like the song Hey Ya by Outkast. I believe it is almost exactly like it.
Maybe we should kiss since
Not moving?
she's right. My dad decided not to take the job.
Oh no.
Then we have welcome back, Mark.
Yeah, I was expecting her to say, well, we have nothing to celebrate, but I guess everybody's having so much fun, they're just going to keep on partying. Now, what about Evelyn?
Was a job! You see, since I naturally never trust people, I researched and learned Cook's house is not for sale. There are no coconut factories in Hawaii. And I called his dad, and he says Simon is in big trouble.
Oh, okay, wow. And I was going to say, like, how could she possibly find out? But yeah, seeing whether his house was for sale or not, which I don't know how she would know where he lives. That's a little questionable, but maybe I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. If it's a small school, which Polk seems like an incredibly small school, maybe she would know where he lives, especially if they ride the same bus. That would be plausible. And as far as her calling his dad, that's really weird. Have I heard of stuff like that happening before? Yes, I have seen that. So yeah, that would be weird, but possible. And if she told him that Cookie's been telling everyone that he's moving to Hawaii and that they had a big party, he would be pretty upset. So, I mean, you sort of have to give credit to Evelyn here for doing what she had to do here. This is sort of a weird approach, but hey, she did her little investigation, I guess you could call it, and has found him out. This is bad.
So you were never moving?
I want my gift back.
Well, he lied to us.
Yeah.
But we should still let him have his cake.
Oh, right in the face.
I
No, don't
probably
do it,
deserve
Dr.
this.
Xavier. Don't do it. Okay, yeah. You can't do that, Dr. Xavier. That's a potential firing. You cannot do that. That would get you in some pretty deep trouble. Even though Cookie lied, you cannot do that.
No wonder Famon is in fog. This place is crazy. Janitors pretend to be principals. That boy carries a pillow.
Yeah.
Cushion protector.
What?
Let me explain. These people over here are crazy, yes, and in trouble. But Famon's not a bad student or depressed, and I can explain his loss of appetite.
How? What is wrong with my son?
He's in love! Puppy love. He's in full-on crush mode. Can't think about math because he's thinking about the girl. I see it all the time.
And saying it like that is sort of iffy, particularly in front of these other students. You would not do that, and that could possibly get Krubs in a little bit of trouble. You would want to return to his office and then have this discussion. Now, it is appropriate to tell them behavior patterns, your own observations. In other words, to say that he's in love, I don't know if I would express it like that. Now, it would be much more appropriate to say something like, he's always hanging out with this person, or in the hallway, he's always trying to meet up with this person, like Mose. But that would be totally appropriate because really you're just telling the parents what you yourself have observed of his behavior. You're not saying whether he's in love or not. That's going to be a little more controversial, and the student can just say, well, I don't feel like that. That's not it at all. But if you say you always hang out with them in the hall at this location at this time, they can't really refute that, and that would then start a discussion about, okay, are we prioritizing our grades? Do we need to change our habits? What do we need to do?
Taking Famon out of Polk now would really crush him. Yeah.
Oh,
He might get
yeah.
depressed for real. Oh, and something tells me his girl would feel the same way too.
Is this the girl?
And see, this is why this is so inappropriate. You would never do it like this, especially with Mose sitting there and especially hinting to them at who this person is. That's totally inappropriate. Now, is it a potential firing? Probably not. It's just not good practice.
She's pretty.
So weird. And so awkward. Can you imagine being anybody in this room and not feeling awkward about this conversation? So weird.
My work here is done.
So, Famon's not moving away. And neither is Cookie.
Bad
Oh, boy.
news is, everyone hates me. Good news is, Evelyn must hate me too.
You're a sneaky con artist who's selfish and deceiving.
Yeah.
That's just what I...
Oh boy, it's just so weird. This has happened like 3 times with Evelyn. Like, she's mad, but then she says something like, whatever she's about to say, I guess I should have let her finish, but let's keep going and see how this ends.
Loving a man.
What?
Here! Give it back!
What? Again.
Love it!
What is this?
And I'm giving up the cushion protector. Because let's face it, looks ridiculous.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I'm moving.
Is this because of the pillow? Take it. Throw it away. Pillow's dead.
Not out of our locker, out of the state. My dad's job's so far away, so we're moving closer.
Ah, yeah, and that does sort of line up with what she was saying before on that other episode. I can't remember which one it was, but where her dad was out of state and she was calling him and Ned thought it was someone else. Yeah, that sort of makes sense, and it's sort of a bummer for Ned, but let's keep going.
I didn't know how to tell you, so I sort of didn't. I'm sorry.
The pillow lives!
Oh no. Oh man. All right, that's the episode. I have to say that one was a pretty good one. That one had just the right mix of antics and realism and things that could possibly happen and a couple of potential firings. I really enjoyed that episode. I give it a 10 out of 10. That one was really good. There have been a few other episodes of Ned's that I just haven't enjoyed quite so much, but this one was really good. I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. I'm going to end the video here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week if you tune in to these reaction videos of Ned's Declassified. I'll see you next Tuesday here on School Principal Reacts. Once again, thanks for watching.